It's Friday, May 3rd. You've got Goose, you got Coach, and once again, you're in the core. Goose, what's going on, man?
Hey, coach, how's it going?
It's going good, man. Just keeping busy with the latest update, Zelcore update, version 2.0.1 plus.
Yes, the Zelcore Plus update is really exciting. There's a lot of cool features in this new update. So tell me, you've been messing with it, right? What's your
I
favorite
have,
feature?
you know what? It's going to be the kind of most obvious one, unfortunately, but it is the Exchange API. I have I kind of tell a quick story here. Me and you kind of go back. I've mentioned before, I've really gotten into mining watching your video. So I've been a hardcore spec miner. So a lot of times you get some of these newer coins, they're not on very well established exchanges in the early part. And so I probably spend a lot of time on smaller exchanges. And so the minute I downloaded and upgraded to Plus, I went ahead and registered for Binance for the first time, which I know sounds a little embarrassing, but grabbed the API keys, dropped them in there, and made my first exchange on Binance, and kind of did the same with Kraken and Bittrex. So it's really kind of brought me to a new world of exchanges where I know most people kind of handle their business high volume exchanges. So yeah, that's really been the most used feature for me thus far.
And that's a great feature to have because it gives you access to way more crypto than, I don't know, maybe anybody would ever need, but those tools are there, right? So if you ever,
Right.
right, if you want to get down and dirty with it, you can. And I
Yeah.
really like the fact that those APIs connect to more than just one exchange, right? I mean, I know many of the videos that I've done in the past on this were for the Binance Dex, but yeah, that also includes Binance, Kraken, and Bittrex. So between
Right.
all three of those exchanges, you pretty much cover almost every coin that's out there. Almost.
Yeah, oh for sure, man. So it's been cool, kind of dipping my toes in the water a little bit and getting acclimated to those exchanges and really kind of sharing the same experiences versus with all three right there in that Zelcore Plus wallet. So I've been excited about that. And then real quick, I got to throw this one out here too because I have been a little bit addicted to reading all the news about all of our coins and tokens on Zelcore Plus and on the Zelcore wallet. I really do like the feature to kind of, just be able to click a button and learn a little bit about the coin and what's going on.
Yeah, so the news feature has been really helpful to me too. In fact, I was doing a video earlier today on how to import a wallet address into Zelcore, and I was doing it for a Bitcoin address. And I happened to see that Bitcoin upgraded to version 0.18. I
Right.
thought, huh, would I have learned about that as quickly if I didn't see that news article pop up within my Bitcoin wallet?
Absolutely, man.
This is actually, I'll get into a little bit of my own personal use case. I've used the same Bitcoin wallet address as like a donation address on pretty much every YouTube video that I have. And it's one of those things like it's set up in every description. And I'm not asking for a donation, so don't get the wrong idea, people. But what I'm saying is that if I were to go and try and update over 100 videos and change the address over to a new one just because I changed crypto wallets, like that would be a major headache, right? I mean, I know
Right.
there are YouTubers out there that like have a staff that do stuff like that for them, but like I'm kind of a one man show here, so like I don't do that. And long story short, you can actually import your wallet address from another wallet into Zelcore. So if you would rather have everything in one place, it makes it that much easier to control your wallet. So that's what I've done. I've imported my one little donation address into Zelcore. So now I have full control over what's happening with that particular wallet. If anybody, not that anybody has, and I'm not asking for it, but I'm just saying.
Yeah. No, that makes total sense. I mean, it makes it easier for you. It makes it easier for most anybody that kind of wants to, stay consistent with those same addresses, whether they're writing articles or just want to kind of have that address at hand and not have to switch it up all the time. So it makes perfect sense, man.
That's exactly what I was thinking, right? You're suppose there's somebody out there who writes articles for Medium, and they throw up a Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum address. Those are kind of like the big three that most people put up, and I don't know why they're not putting Zell up. They should. Zell should be first, and then Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum. But I digress. You've been using the same ones, right? And
Right.
that locks you into using the same wallet. So the problem there is you'll never get rid of that old wallet that you've been using, which kind of like holds you back from being able to take advantage of the full Zelle experience. Well, not anymore. You just import your private key, and now you have full control over that wallet address with Zelcore, and it's secured by your username, password, and Zelle ID. So I don't think it gets much better than that.
Yeah, I mean, simple and secure, and that's awesome. And then, as you mentioned, that video on how to import those addresses will be up soon. But you did recently release another video just highlighting some of the features of uh, of Zelcore Plus. So definitely would love to link that in the show notes so everybody can kind of experience it if you have not switched over to Zelcore Plus yet, man. And if you have not transitioned to Zelcore Plus, do not worry, we haven't forgot about you either. As we recently implemented and integrated the Binance Dex. Binance Dex actually has some pretty big news here. I believe it was within the last 24 hours or so, right?
Yeah, the last day or so they added Change Now as another asset.
Right, and that just kind of indicates that they're starting to get the ball rolling on finding new tokens and coins that are interested in kind of switching over and becoming a part of Binance Chain, right?
Yeah, I think the bigger thing here, especially for Binance, is the fact that they are migrating more assets over to the Binance chain than I believe Ethereum. So they're going to start favoring their own Binance chain over Ethereum, if I'm not mistaken. So that's actually big news.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And in regards to Binance Dex, you were telling me a pretty cool story about how Zelcore kind of been so early in on this deal. You can tell it a lot better than me. Can you mind sharing that?
Oh yeah, well no, this is something that came from one of the developers that I wasn't even aware of until today. But it was this idea that in the very early stages of Binance Dex, while they were just getting ready to launch the platform, and this is their own. So if you go to Binance.org, that's their Dex online. Before they even launched that, we were already ready to go. In fact, we had our Zelcore release with Binance Dex in it already out, and people, they could use it. It just didn't do anything. It just sat there. And what we did was, as soon as they listed their first asset, we were the ones to offer the first trade. So that was, and Parker, one of the other developers, made a video on that, just like, here's our first trade. Well, I mean, yeah, maybe it's our first trade with Zelcore, but it technically was the first trade on the Binance Dex. So it's pretty cool.
Right. That is pretty cool. Yeah, when you told me that, it's kind of like, hey man, that's hey, that's something to kind of talk about, man. So I appreciate you sharing that for sure. So as kind of as we started in reference to Binance Dex, mentioning the new asset being listed there in the change now. Can just be aware as more assets and more tokens get added onto the Binance chain and are integrated to Binance Dex. We do have some tutorial videos on how to utilize utilize the decks as well. Um, because I know right now maybe you hadn't had a great reason to use it yet, as there's not a ton of assets there. But as it continues to grow, we definitely have resources to help you out.
Yeah, and we'll continue to post helpful videos like that for every feature that we add.
Right, right, right. Well, yeah, it's very exciting, man. It's kind of been a whirlwind of end of April, early May between the Zelcore Plus, the integration of the Binance Dex and Binance Chain onto Zelcore. And we always have more news coming down the pipe, so it's been extremely exciting. But I tell you, just one of the biggest things I was excited about is our social media account, our Zelcore Twitter account has eclipsed 2,000 followers, which says a lot about number one, what we've done and how much our community has kind of bought in and are looking forward to our updates. So we're really excited about that.
Yeah, we want to thank everyone for all the support that they've given us, and ask you to continue to do what you're doing. Like, uh, continue being engaged with all of our tweets and our posts. Repost those tweets for us, because that word of mouth is really how the awareness of the project is going to continue to grow. And we're making connections with other players in the crypto space. I think that our partnership with Binance, our partnership with Kraken and Bittrex and Gemini and everybody else, all of the, like, Changelly and Kyber, all of the other exchanges that we have in there, not to mention all of the assets, over 140 assets that are already contained within Zelcore. All of these gives us one impression, right? But if the members of our community plus the members of each of those communities were to retweet just once, it would be massive, you know. So do that for us, as well as to help the community grow this project.
Absolutely, absolutely. And speaking of community, we will be having a developer meeting Saturday, May 4th, at 1800 UTC, which is about 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, for anybody in the states there. So just wanted to throw that out there, especially in regards to community.
Yeah, the community is really at the center of what it is that Zelcore is all about, right? Because we are built on the Zell network, which is a 100% decentralized crypto network. It's the blockchain, it's the Zell node network, and it is the heartbeat of what makes everything possible in Zelcore and Zelcore Plus. So the community is everything. And so we want to make sure that everybody has full access to what it is that we are doing, what we're all about. And we continue to have these developer meetings so that everybody can have a good sense of what's going on and be involved. We want people to be involved. We value the friendship. We also value the suggestions and the desire to want to make this thing grow.
Absolutely. Well, we definitely hope to see everybody there. If not, it will be uploaded to YouTube afterwards, so you can definitely catch up with it. Once you get a chance. So, thank you again to our community. If you have not joined the Zell community, make sure to follow us on Twitter at Zell_core for our Zell core account, and at Zell Cash for our Zell account. Also, you can join our very active Discord community at discord.io/Zell. Goose, man, I enjoyed it. Definitely love talking about all things Zell here. And thank you guys for listening. Thank you for joining us today. And until next time, you've been in the core, powered by Zell.